Your grandma.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another free live preview of California Psychics, where we show you exactly what it's like here to get a reading with our service through a 1 hour long live stream. I am your moderator today, and this week we are joined by one of our top rated, fantastic fan favorites, and I just can't say enough about her, Psychic Rika here. And you may even recognize her from some of the ads that have been showing up on Facebook and Google lately. So if you haven't kind of recognized her already, this is Psychic Rika here, one of our top rated psychics here at California Psychics. So how are you doing today, Rika?
Hi, Carson. Hello, everyone. I am feeling extremely giddy all of a sudden. Like, I want to crack up and laugh. So I hope this is a real live wire hour. I can't wait to get to it. I don't know. Something is in the air. Let me tell you what. I'm super excited. Super excited. Also, I know someone out there, it's got to be just the way it is. But off the bat, I don't know why they're calling out a birthday. So I guess, obviously someone out there has a birthday because, I mean, how could it not be? But they want to acknowledge someone's birthday off the bat. We'll find out if that comes with the reading. We'll hear about it, or someone just needs to hear that. And so, hey.
Wonderful. Yes, absolutely. And we will try and keep an eye out for any birthdays in the chat as well, Rika, for you. But before we get started with answering some user questions in the audience through our 1 hour long live stream, I do want to list off a few bits of information for our audience before we get started answering some questions. If you wanted to connect with Psychic Rika here after seeing a free preview of her abilities, you can connect with her for a private one-on-one psychic reading on CaliforniaPsychics.com and receive a guaranteed answer to any of your questions. You can also click the link in the description of the live stream right now to pull up Psychic Rika's profile in our website on California Psychics. So make sure to stick around and find out Psychic Rika's exact schedule later in the stream when we shout it out a few times. Now, also before we get started, I do have to list off some ground rules of questions that we are able to answer during today's live stream and at California Psychics. Unfortunately, we are not able to answer any legal or medical questions today. For medical questions, this can include treatments, medications, pregnancies, fertility questions, and for legal, this can include court cases, custody battles, and just general court decisions. If you do ask about another person, please make sure you at least include their first name, because this will allow Psychic Rika to connect faster and more accurately answer your question during today's live stream. And finally, before we get started, I do want to emphasize to not add any users who message you for a psychic reading after the live stream today. These users are not associated with California Psychics, and the only way to get a reading with Psychic Rika here is to go to CaliforniaPsychics.com after the live stream today. But without any further ado, Rika, if you are all ready to go, we can start answering some questions together.
I am ready. I do not know what is making me like so happy, but I'm so happy about something. So someone's going to get, I don't know. We'll find out. We're going to find out right now.
Cool. Our first question is actually going to start here from Tori, who's wanting to request a quick and general love reading from you, please. She's currently single at the moment. You can change that.
Sure. You know, off the bat, the first thing they do, and again, with me, if you're there and you're participating, this is interactive. It's great for the audience because like we can, you know, actually you can see readings happening for real. But like the first thing that comes around Tori is I feel a lot of energy connected to her in water. So it could be her in the lake, it could be her in the beach, but there, you know, it could be a river, but there's a lot of water energy, and it makes me feel like this, like someone she met a couple years ago near the water is actually going to come back into her life. And I think she will remember them. It feels like someone she could have dated a very short amount of time, or maybe they both were in between, or they had other people at the time, but like they made a connection, but it maybe wasn't like full blown. Also, you know, I know your last name is H because I just looked up because I saw the letter H there, but I also think that last name is helping you. It's like a grandmother in that last name. And I don't know who the P's are connected to your family or friendships alive or dead, but this is what I'm going to say. So it's July 7th. And as far as love goes, I think that you're going to hit with love a match at the end of August. I want you to write that down. You know, this is the thing about readings. Like we have to own them when we get them. So if someone's going to tell me that I'm going to meet some guy near the water in August, I'm going to show up to the water in August, but also every single day until then, I'm going to be like, okay, show me, prove me. I want my eyes to see whatever that girl saw. So, you know, you want to see what people are seeing for you if you want that outcome, which you do because you're asking. And also I thought I would give you a card for this for some reason. And I got the Knight of Wands, which to me is like a huge breakthrough is coming finally with the man. Honey, you just need to let go of, you know, a past. Just okay. And he's alive. Patrick Harth. Yeah. And he's living. So his mother died. Maybe his dad too. Okay, J name's connected. Anyway, I don't know if it's her birthday. Is her birthday with her? Because I'm so happy. Anyway, I think that they're saying that you can meet this person. Thank you for answering, Tori, at the end of August near water. I don't know if you've confirmed that you have any water. I hope it's not a baby pool in the backyard, but heck. And I'm excited for you. And then I want you to decide that you're going to make a report. Say, not only will I see what that Rika sees, but I'm going to report my victory to at least 3 people. This gets you in rhythm with that outcome being on the outside. And the outside is when, where, how. But the inside is I'm getting in rhythm. I want to see what she sees and I'm going to report it. So good luck. And say hi to Patrick from the H's, from the Hearth, if that's your actual maiden name. Anyway, if it's not Patrick's last name, his people are trying to talk to you. All right, Tori. Sweet.
All right. That's a wonderful reading to get us started today. And Tori, definitely keep
and Alan
updated as well throughout this love journey. You can connect with her on CaliforniaPsychics.com as well. And she also did just want to kind of give a follow-up that she's going to go on vacation for her birthday in August, kind of reinforcing that possibility of meeting
stateside or not. I don't care. Let's bring home an Italian. I'm just teasing. Fabio, where are you? Anyway, congratulations. Let's decide, this birthday. It is your birthday. It is a birthday. There is a Patrick. And I'm like taking so slow here. I'm usually within 30 days. I'll say a birthday either from June the 7th or August 7th, because you have to have a system. We all have birthdays. So yeah, happy birthday, girl. You're meeting someone shortly after that. I don't know where the water is for you. Your dad's name is Patrick, as you told me. Anyway, that's all good. So you better prove it to it. You better come back and say, you know what? It happened, because there's way too many verifications here for it not to.
Wonderful. That was a great that was a great reading to get us started.
Thank
and we want to thank
you,
you, Tori, for attending today's live stream today and giving us your question.
I want to know who Alan is. This is the next person coming up. I hear Alan, Alana, A-L or E-L. Anyway, you go next. We'll figure it out.
I was going to say, I did have Angelica picked up here for our next question here.
Okay, Rika. It is A with L's. All right,
she's also wanting to know more about her love life. And there is a person that she loves. His name is Jay, but they are not in contact at the moment. Angelica is wanting to know if she's going to be moving on from Jay, or if Jay is going to be coming back into her life for more connection.
My first instinct is to tell you that you're ready to move on, but let me see if he's coming back or not, because those are two different things. I feel from your side, like, move on already, but let's see if he's coming back, honey. And also W seemed to come into play connected to Angelica or this guy or somewhere in her life. It could be location like Washington. It could be a name like William. It could just be something that just happened at work with water, but W's. But I'll come back to that in a moment. Take an exhale. Let's see about this guy, Jay. Oh my. They say Jay will be back before September. I don't know if he's done this before, but it does feel like Jay has the ability to come in, with romance, like, hi, like, I don't know if it's flowers, chocolate on a knee, but it looks like he's able to get back. He comes back romantically. But the reason I'm saying that is because it means I think he is easy to seduce. Like, I think he comes in the right way. Okay. And then it's like, okay. But then I feel like we don't really get the definitions we need from him. Like, we don't really get the boundaries or the definition of how he's coming back. And then also this man, as I'm speaking, I feel either he does have like a very serious past situation, it could be marriage or common law, but there seems to be children connected to him. And if he doesn't have them on his own, if they're yours, let me know. Or I'm just picking up on nieces and nephews. Obviously, you guys have to tell me if I'm picking this up right or not. But they're just telling me that, like, he comes back in romantically, but you're not like, I don't know, girl. Like, I don't think you should take him back. And the thing is I just don't think you're going to trust him. Like, it just seems to me, how will he make it the length he needs to make it before you're like already bothered? So I'm going to tell you to move on. Okay. And I think he's coming back in, September. By then, I think you'll talk to him, but I think, you should move on before he comes back. I think you should use this reading today to say, you know what, forget about it. I don't want to have a boyfriend that I have to ask like that. I don't know. You should move on. They say that you can be someone that can be married in less than 2 years. You need to move on. That's my final answer. I guess I'm going to be a broken record at this point.
All right. That message from Psychic Rika just saying, yeah, you got to move on, as she said. But Angelica, we really appreciate your question today. And we really thank you for attending today's free live preview of California Psychics today. And we hope that answer from Psychic Rika also resonated.
They said for the sake of her dad, she move on. So no matter what your relationship is with your dad, you need to use that relationship for your future family harmony. If it's good, that's obviously easy. If it's not been good, you're going to use the darkness for the light. But they say for the sake of your dad's side of the family, someone on that side is asking you to move on. And then I almost want to say another J name and then like an R name, like Robinson or something. But anyway, thank you so much.
Thank you, Angelica. And now a very short pause as we take a minute just to shout out Psychic Rika. We still have so much time left to answer audience questions today, but I did just want to give her a quick shout out because Psychic Rika has kicked us off with some wonderful answers today to start off this free live preview of California Psychics today. Now you can reach Psychic Rika for a private one-on-one psychic reading on CaliforniaPsychics.com with a guaranteed answer to your questions through either phone, call, or chat. Phone call, chat, or message at the bottom of your screen for examples. And you can click the link in the description of the live stream you're watching right now to pull up Psychic Rika's profile on California Psychics and book that one-on-one reading appointment with her. But Psychic Rika, you've been providing some wonderful answers today. So I'm sure people just want to hear it from you yourself. When is the very next time you are going to be online and available for these one-on-one psychic readings? And what is your regular schedule like throughout the week for those who want to connect with you later?
Okay, I am going to be back on tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. California time, 6 to 9, then also again from 12 to 2. All these times are Pacific Standard Time Zone. Wednesday is 12 to 6, Thursday is 6 to 9, and then 12 to 3. I am going out of a town on Friday to visit my beautiful family, so I'm going out of state, and I won't be back until the 21st back online. But then my normal schedule will be Mondays, Mondays from 6 to 9, and then from 1 to 6. And then Tuesdays, either from 6 to 9, the same, 12 to 2, or I might just do 10 to 3. That one might be variable, but Wednesdays will always be 12 to 6, and Thursdays will always be 6 to 9 and 12 to 3. And then sometimes I
Perfect.
get on the weekend, depending.
Oh, I was just going to say, if you missed any of that information from Psychic Rika, her schedule is also posted on her
I
profile
always
on
keep a schedule.
CaliforniaPsychics.com as well. So you can go ahead and look at her profile and see if there's any time slots that fit you. Or you can also just send her a message quickly if you prefer to just kind of do more of a text-based kind of, I guess, psychic reading, if that is what you prefer. Also, and final note, if you have any questions or any trouble booking with Psychic Rika here, please give our wonderful California Psychics customer care line a call. They are so helpful and they are super able to get you with a one-on-one appointment with Psychic Rika here. Sorry, I saw a comment that kind of threw me a little bit off track. But yes, for anybody who has any questions that they want to direct to Psychic Rika here, make sure you go to CaliforniaPsychics.com after the live stream today. Rika, you were going to be online after the live stream today, right?
I am. I'm going to get right on and work for 2 more hours tonight.
Perfect. So if you want to connect with her, hop right on right after the live stream today. And our next question, as we hop right back into our free live preview of California Psychics today, comes from Macy. You may recognize Macy. I'm just kind of getting that gist from it, Rika. She wants to know if her and Luis are going to be having a relationship that possibly leads to marriage, or if there's anybody else that comes into her life beyond Luis anytime soon. And then career-wise, if she is going to get any luck in career this summer.
Okay. Will I get a summer job? Okay, at the end. As we're talking, and no, I'm not being a medical person here, but I am hearing the word baby. I don't know what that means to you, but you're going to have to listen to that. So there is things called birth control. Okay. I just have to say that. Okay. So that's just what has to be said. That's what the vibe that comes up with Lewis. Maybe you guys are already in your 50s and he's bringing grandkids or kids with him. Okay. But that's what I got from Lewis. Let me see. You can have a relationship with Lewis. You could even have a marriage with Lewis for sure. But the difficulty to me in this situation is that either you're already annoyed by him, maybe because he's slow, or in picking you up, or you're way in your mind about it, so much so that you're unable to build the connection. So sometimes, when there's someone we're attracted to, one or both parties get so in their minds about it, and like so much so that they're more in their minds than they are connecting. And so this person could be thinking, oh, she doesn't like me, or, hey, maybe I can't do it, because he might be vibing on something, but what he's vibing on might be worry. So I feel like what I would do, yes, they say that you can go out. He's not asked you out. They think that he can ask you out, but I just get discouragement in your head. So if this is still a question while you've got discouragement, I would try to use that discouragement better, or say, let me reroute my discouragement, or let me not be discouraged. Let me really bring this out of Lewis, from my happiness, from my inside joy. I really want to connect to him on this joyous level, versus the separatist level, which is always looking and wondering and then formulating. And then, because when we're in our heads so much, sometimes we have no choice but to go negative, because we can't figure out how to keep the positive when we're that heady. Also, too, like your view of him, to me, like you look like a little bit confused and heavy about it. And then he looks like a little bit depressed or worried. So I don't know if he's worried, well, he might be worried about money. Okay. And He might be worried about maybe some circumstance, and if that's okay. But let's say this. I'm going to say this. I think you can have a relationship with him. I feel like the report back about the progress is really like November, December. It's not to say that things aren't happening in August and the other months. It's just like when I think about people reporting back, when I think about people reporting back, their question has fundamentally changed. When will your question change? When will it be a different question? And they make me think it'll be a different question starting September 18th, but that you would let us know that massive things have happened. And that by December, you guys were really like together, knowing there's a future. So it sounds like it's a step-by-step slow process. A summer job, they made me think you could get a summer job like in a week. So hopefully that means you've applied. I would think that you're working by July 16th. Yes. And also there is medical energy connected here. So that could mean one of you work in a medical way, or you have people in your families that are in medical professions. Of course, these would just be verifications of what I'm saying, but I would break the view that there's a problem, that there's some sort of obstacle to this. I think both of you are carrying obstacles and not maybe carrying like the openness. Hope that makes sense.
No, wonderful. Thank you, Macy, for your question. And we also hope that answer from Psychic Rika resonated with you as well. And definitely let us know in the chat if it did. We'll make sure to put it up.
Yeah, it's just discouragement. I don't know. They just keep seeing she's discouraged. So, the other day I told someone, she was so upset, like, oh, I'm just so tired of having to do this and, think about him or manifest or any of that stuff. And I said, the truth is this, it is your greatest honor and joy that you have the opportunity in your own life to create what you want. It is not a headache for you to get what you want. It is freedom and maybe some luck too. But yes. Okay. Someone's hearing something. Oh, that'll help, Macy. Let's do it from joy. Yeah. Let's bring out the joy of this love because it's in there.
Wonderful. No, that was amazing advice, Rika. And we want to thank you, Macy, for your question today as well. We hope that answer from Psychic Rika definitely resonated with you. Let us know if it did in the chat. I know I mentioned it before, but we do want to just thank you for attending today's live stream today. And our next question comes from Laura here for you, Psychic Rika. She's wanting to know if she's wasting her time with Henry or if she needs to have more patience for the relationship in order to kind of get started. I'm kind of inferring that this is a little bit of a new relationship. Laura, feel free to clarify any information as well during the reading as well.
Okay, here we go. I'm going to exhale. I usually exhale just to clear people's minds. I think you need more time. I think you have to bid your time for better results. They're showing you guys as friends, like getting friends more connected. They make me think that his timing is a little bit further away. I do think he definitely likes you. Absolutely. I think that there is an openness here. He just keeps showing comfort in groups like friends. They make me think his timing with you is anywhere from November to March. How do we change timing with someone like Henry? Henry, why is it like this, Henry, is what I'm going to ask Mr. Henry. He has different types of anxieties that come up. Anxiety might come up about self-consciousness, and then anxiety might come up like he's nervous, and anxiety might come up like, hey, I'm not good enough, or anxiety might come about my mom or this or that. Like, I think he stops himself quite a bit. So yeah, and you guys hang out in groups, I hope. I mean, I feel like I see groups, and it almost feels like sports arena, but it could really be any kind of group, And so I'm thinking what you need to do is really ask to, like, in your own heart, like somehow, I'm going to make a heart-to-heart with Henry outside of his nervousness. I'm going to somehow, because everyone has different realms, right? We all have these different things in us, right? So we can bring forth any aspect of anyone because all humans possess aspects. Yes. Okay, good. So I think instead of when he talks about those anxieties, instead of talking him out of the anxiety, you probably don't, you probably are a good listener. Yeah, I think he can be your husband. I think you guys can have a family. Do you already have kids, Laura? I do see children in this family. Do you already have children? So I think that, like, if you talk to those anxieties, rather than saying, oh, it's okay, or just say, totally, okay, thank you, I hear you. Thank you, I hear you. And then behind the scenes, go back to your heart and say, somehow with me, all those anxieties will dissolve. No matter what. And I think it's verbatim. Like I'm a very verbatim person when I pray. I probably used to be more esoteric. We're living it on earth. So we might as well be specific. Like the effect you want is to have this man without his anxieties, because without those anxieties, hands down, you're married, right? He could get on a knee. Like, and I think you get married outdoors, FYI. I see logs and water, like cabins anyway, or we go camping together. So I think you just have to really make a decision that you're taking responsibility. I take responsibility for my future marriage to Henry. That's what I'm going to do on a daily basis in my prayer. When I take responsibility, even if I don't know what it means or where it leads, even though marriage is where it should lead, your wisdom will start. So all of a sudden, you're going to know how to think about his anxieties. He's going to see that you're beyond his anxieties and you're not being stuck just because he has anxieties. You're in the future and he's going to be able to see that. So with that, the time could change. But why don't we say this? From today, I feel like it could take 5 more months, right? So if you get on this, it can all break sooner. I hope you understand what I'm saying. I think it's clear, right? Like how to use the times appropriately and how to use your prayer in advancement of where they're at and not be stopped in your prayer because they've got an issue. You don't have to fix the issue. We just have to really connect with the person that those issues don't affect his relationship with you.
Wonderful. That was an amazing reading, Rika.
She's getting married.
Laura.
She's getting married. Is your birthday? Do you have a birth? There's a birthday around her too. It could be him. It could be her. It could be in their family. I want to know about those kids. Okay. Anyway, yeah, this is good, Laura.
Yes. Thank you, Laura, for attending today's live stream and sending us your question as well. And just a reminder as well, not to add, for everybody as well, not to add any users after the live stream today, especially if you're on Facebook. For those who are maybe giving out free readings, who send you a friend request or say, hey, message me for a free reading. Yeah, just a reminder, these people are not associated with California Psychics. So if you are wanting that guaranteed one-on-one psychic reading experience, make sure you go to californiapsychics.com. And you can also click the link in the description to pull up Psychic Rika's profile where you can book that one-on-one reading appointment with her. So just need to shout that out real quick. But thank you, Laura, again for that question as well. And our next question now, it comes from Marilyn, wanting to know if you see anything about her taking this new job.
They say she should take it. The first thing that came to my mind was this like a 20% increase in pay or 20,000 more or 25. Can you answer that quickly if you're there, Marilyn? It looks like it should be an increase in pay. You should take this job. You should take this job. Also, like a year from now, you're going to be blown away. You should take this job. You know, your past has been affecting you, but I think that you taking this job is going to erase 5 years, like of whatever has been affecting you, 5 to 7 years. You need this job. Take this job.
Oh, wonderful. Yes, that's straight to the point.
It seems straight. I want to know if it pays her more because it says it does, or I feel it. I mean, I hear it does.
Yes. She does say, well, she just says yes.
Are you working for anything to do with science? Are you going to work with science or medicine? Are you working, or is that you? I feel like I see a clinical setting, but that doesn't have to be, doctor. It could be science or it could be pharmacy. It could even be like a school nurse, honestly. But is that true, or is that just someone in your family that has this vibe? She might come back. We'll find out. We can move on.
For your question, and we'll make sure to put up on screen if you have any other responses.
She'll come back and see. Congratulations on your job.
Yes, that Rika did say definitely take that job because it is going to be a good opportunity for you. And if you are wanting to connect more with Psychic Rika, you can visit her on California Psychics. And now our next question from YouTube is from Serena. She is working part-time in retail and she's aggressively looking for a remote job. I'll look that up in just a second, but let her know, can you please give her a timeline of when she may be finding this or any advice that she needs to hear in order to help out with this, Rika?
We don't know what EA means, do we?
No.
It doesn't matter at all.
If you clarify as well, Serena, we
it
can
doesn't
go ahead
even
and put it
matter.
on the screen,
I mean, I'll just say EA.
Real quick.
It doesn't even matter. We're just curious. Let's see. I believe that I know that you can get a job. They're telling me that the job right now is being blocked because of sorrow. I feel like from a year ago, a little bit more. I feel like it's a sorrow of love. It could be that you lost another job you loved. And so it could be that sorrow. But I actually think a sorrow having to do with love is affecting your you're getting your executive assistant. Thank you very much. I feel like something with love is affecting this. So I think the first thing I want you to do is say, for the sake of my job, I need justice. For the sake of my job, I want justice with love. Just say it that way. Now, I give people these little like affirmations and stuff because, again, I want things to be cleared from you that block us that we don't know. But also simple words sometimes do the most. They're giving you a tag of it seems like you might have already connected to someone. They're giving you an energy of July 26th. Did you just have an interview? Just apply to someone, honey? I think there's someone already connected. You should be getting hired between July 26th and like August 7th. I think you can easily find one at home. Also, I see cats. Is that true? Do you have cats at home? I mean, I guess they could be dogs, but I heard the word cat. So there's a C name connected, or you have cats. If they're dogs that look like cats, fine. Yes, you loved this job that you lost, right? Okay, so I want you to label that job, after your homework, is you're going to write that job down. And you're going to say, for the sake of my EA work at home job, I'm going to get justice. So I want you to ask for the medicine of that job you lost. It's the sorrow of that job lingering, which is keeping you from getting that connection, because that means it really broke your heart, and your heart's still a little bit broken. And that innocence of that broken heart is maybe affecting you in ways you don't know, but you can do it. And then they brought up an M sounding name connected to you. It could be EM or M. A doggy. Okay. I'm okay if I get I like the cat, but like, I'm okay if like it's a dog and I think it might be looking like a cat. I'm okay with that. Yeah, you should do it. You're going to be okay. So just apply what I say. I do it to myself all the time. I have lots of different ways of making breakthroughs. And one of them is absolutely turning something that hurt into my medicine. It's one of my favorite things to do. In fact, I love to turn poison into medicine. I love to turn wet wood into fire. I love mystical things in alchemy. Let's alchemize it. You'll get a job. But there's already a connection. Tell me that you already made that connection, because I really feel you have. Either you just applied or it's someone you talked to. She'll get it. She's going to report to us all in September that she's been at this job for a few weeks, and oh my gosh, it's everything she ever wanted, because then she gets to work on her creative endeavors much more easy. Oh, you're on mute, Carson.
Yes, I am. Excuse me. But thank you, Serena. And yes, that does sound like a wonderful outcome. Definitely keep us updated. We are rooting for you, Serena. So keep Psychic Rika updated as well whenever you connect with her on CaliforniaPsychics.com. And I feel like this is a wonderful segue to give a shout out to Psychic Rika here. We're about halfway through today's free live preview of California Psychics. And while we have a bunch more time for questions today, I did want to just emphasize the best ways to reach Psychic Rika here. Yes, and Serena, sorry, one more time, Rika, for Serena.
Serena just said, I just applied for the job. She just was affirming what I said, and I'm just going to tell her she's going to get it. And I want you to decide you're going to get this job no matter what, and you're sick and tired of being sad over the one you lost, and that's it.
Wonderful. Yes, Serena, we are manifesting this for you.
We're manifesting it for you.
But if you are wanting to connect with Psychic Rika here for that one-on-one psychic reading experience with a guaranteed answer to your questions, you can connect with her on CaliforniaPsychics.com. But I also want to urge you, just pay attention to our social media channels later on this week, because we'll be choosing a few lucky questions that did not get answered during today's 1 hour long free live preview of California Psychics. And Psychic Rika will be answering a few of those chosen questions in video form that will appear on our social media channels later this week. We have a few examples from our previous live readings on our profiles as well already, so you can go ahead and check them out there on California Psychics. Now, Rika, since you've been providing some absolutely fantastic readings today, I'm sure people are already dying to know, when is the very next time you're going to be online and available for these one-on-one psychic readings on CaliforniaPsychics.com?
25 minutes. I'll get up a couple minutes early. So I get back on at 4 for 2 whole hours. And there's a couple people in queue already. So get in queue. But yeah, and I'm extremely giddy again. Extremely excited again. What's coming next? That's crazy.
And you can,
I'll be back on tonight and then tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. till 9. These are all Pacific Standard Times, and also 12 to 2, Wednesday 12 to 6, and Thursday 6 to 9 a.m. and 12 to 3 in the afternoon. And I'm going on vacation and I won't be back.
wonderful. And you can connect with Rika through either phone call, online chat, or offline message, whichever way you prefer to message for your psychic reading is available on CaliforniaPsychics.com. And a reminder not to add any users after the Facebook and YouTube live stream today. The only way you could reach our psychics is on CaliforniaPsychics.com for that one-on-one psychic reading experience. So thank you everybody for attending today. And we are going to hop right back into questions for the remainder of our free live preview of California Psychics today. And our next one here is from T. T is wanting to know from you, Rika, if you foresee Jason and her kind of getting back together, and possibly what you see Jason thinking of T. Do you see T finding true love within this relationship, or does it possibly be with somebody else? Thank you in advance.
Hi, T. First off, they do put children next to you. So either you have your own, you have nieces, nephews, or friends with kids, obviously, but they are showing you with children, FYI. So I think you already have them. They look like they're already there. Let's see about Jason and you. Also, they're bringing up like the word fire, but it makes me think of firemen. So either one of you could be a fire sign, or one of you lives near a firehouse, or literally it's an occupation of someone connected to you guys by family or your own. I think you have choices. I think Jason does still think about you. I feel like he thinks about you a lot. It's an energy field that it makes me think that if you were to call him, not saying that you want to, but saying that if you were, he probably would answer. You guys could catch up. I still feel that Jason is telling me that this is like not the right time. Like maybe he doesn't have the right time in his life. Also, I heard an older age, not old, but older than I guess, I don't know what, but I heard the age 47. I don't know why I think that's older. I don't know what that means, obviously, yet. So either that means that he doesn't get peace until that age. Okay. So the fire thing could be something about occupation, or we live near like a fire is going on, or fire hydrant, like it could be a landmark. Okay. Or because Aquarius and Libra, neither one of those are fire signs, right? Water, that's water, and something else. I don't know what's a Libra. I forget. What is it?
Air sign.
Oh, air. Right. I'm not an astrologer. I'm a Capricorn. That's what I know. Okay. So, he thinks about you. I'm going to say that I think that I feel that there's a better, more available person. Someone maybe is more ready. Let me find out why Jason is just like, it's not the right time. Just feels like he's always got too much going on. And it feels like maybe he's trying to always, he needs to pay his bills, make money. He just says there's too much going on. That's the way they want to answer it. Maybe they're protecting some of his privacy. I don't know. No one knows who he is. But I don't know, girl. I think that you can, I think he thinks of you. You need to know this person loves you. I think his obstacles are his own and are not about you, feelings of you or value of you in any way. I think it's love from him. And I think we can use that unconditional love to bring you someone else. I think it's time for you to move forward. I do get professional settings like legal here, or like, strong office settings that will remind me of like people that work like that kind of way. And I don't know if that's you where you work, or if this is what they're showing your future mate. Your future mate does look like he is close to your age, whatever that is. And it looks like he's very professional. He reminds me of being in a suit, and someone that loves his dad very, very much, might even have like a down name from his dad. Like there's some name thing going on his masculine upline. And I think that they're not necessarily giving a time on this one. They say that this person's available when she's available. And so when you get readings like that, I think the easiest way is to say, okay, open my eyes to see that person. I think personally, I get my information when I say open my eyes and ears. I'm like, what? Like I'm not really listening. But, I would ask to have your eyes open. And I feel your grandfather would like to show you who that person is. I'm hoping that one of your grandfathers, I don't hope so, but it seems one of I'm going to go your mom's side. And if that grandfather's still alive, then go the next line up, or the grandma connected. And if she's alive, go the next line up. But I think you need to call on those ancestors. You have a beautiful future, honey. But I think we just have to take the love of Jason and go on.
Wonderful. T, we want to thank you for attending today's free live preview of California Psychics. And we
And
hope
then
that answers
M names are
Rika.
connected to her. Letter M is connected to her in some way, or him. First middle, last name of M. This would just be for verification of what I said. Sometimes M's can sound like EM, but the sound of M.
And now moving on to our next question, we are going to be switching over to our card pull section here soon because Psychic Rika will be leaving the live stream just a couple of minutes early. So we'll just be pushing up that card pull section. But real quick, we're getting this question from Todd, who is wanting to be into educational leadership. He knows it's going to happen. He just wants to know kind of if you see a timeline of when this is going to be happening.
Look, if you're currently in a coaching program or currently in an education program or studying something, even if it's private education, then there's no way you can't start this within a year. And in fact, I don't know why you can't get something going on in 2 or 3 months. Is that what's that? Is that a Scorpio? What is that? Astrological. Look, I'm not an astrologer, but that's a Scorpio, right? Yeah. Scorpios are dynamic, and everybody, they, going to listen to them. Todd, oh my God, he's like a little genius. He's a genius in there. Honey, you have a whole system. You have a whole system. You have a whole system. I'm shocked that you're not, or you just want to be. You just know it. You're made for this. I would find a couple of mentors and I would go. If you're not in an educational thing for this, you need to be, right? You need to have something like a class or something. You need a mentor, and let's go. Your ability to make it happen is anywhere from right now to as long as it takes you to put all of yourself, decide I'm ready. So are you just looking for opportunities? Is it like, you had one opportunity and then that person canceled? Have you made your list of where you're calling? Like, this is getting me so excited that I'm like, okay, that's it. I'm going to come over and we're making a list, and oh my God, like that. Like, I just want to plan it all out. Every aspect of it. So I don't know where you are in the stages of it, Todd. If you're just having the desire, it's time to act on that desire and start making causes. So the easiest way is this, every day, please let me use my gifts and talents for the sake of peace, and obviously in the line that you want. And every day say, give me the wisdom to make a cause in this direction. And every day you begin the direction, the cause, and then people come out of the blue to help you. You seem like someone that can jump high fast.
All right, Todd. Do you want to
get a
thank you
system.
We want to thank you for your question today. We are going to be switching over to our card pull section now that we've concluded just this first part of our live stream today. And for those who are unfamiliar with our card pull section of free live preview of California Psychics, or if this is your first time attending our live streams, we like to end off on the card pull section during the final 15-ish minutes to get their questions a little bit quicker and provide more of an opportunity for users to get their questions answered.
Ask the audience real quick, deck 1, 2, or 3, but only the first person to answer we're going to follow.
All right, deck 1, 2, or 3. We will be looking on in the chat here in a few minutes.
We answered first.
But while we get those questions coming in the form of career card pulls.
2. I saw 2.
No, I saw 3.
Okay. 3 was what I was thinking.
Saw 3 from Isha right here.
Isha.
Oh wait, no, you're right. Michael said 2 right here. Very first. So we will go.
Michael's first. We'll give Michael number 2, and then we'll go to number 3, because number 3 is a deck I was like, I think I want to use a new deck, a different deck.
All right.
We'll go 2.
But
2 for Michael.
We are going to be ending just a few minutes early. So Rika, can you quickly shout out before we begin our card pull section of the live stream? When is the very next time you're going to be online and available on CaliforniaPsychics.com for these one-on-one psychic readings for those who are looking for a guaranteed answer to their questions?
16 minutes for 2 hours. And then tomorrow morning from 6 to 9 a.m. And then also from 12 to 2 p.m. And then Wednesday from 12 to 6 p.m. Thursday, 6 to 9 a.m. and 12 to 3 p.m. All Pacific Standard Time.
Perfect. And if you're having any troubles booking with Psychic Rika here, you can always visit us on CaliforniaPsychics.com and contact our wonderful customer care line, and they will help you get a appointment slot booked with you and Psychic Rika at a time that works for you and Rika.
How about when they
So
ask a
we want to
question, they
thank
can
you
use it?
as we end during the final 15 minutes of the live stream. We also want to thank everybody for attending today's free live preview of California Psychics today. It has been a wonderful live stream today, and everybody's been super interactive. We want to thank you as well.
Yeah.
Now,
Really
our first question to get us started with today's card pull section is going to be from Alexis here, who's just requesting kind of dealer's choice, love or general from you.
Okay, we're going with deck number 3 for her. And I don't know. Let's do love. What's so crazy? I say that, Alexis, and all of a sudden I want to start singing like we're going to the chapel, we're going to get married, and I'm not a singer, so I won't try. And your dad is there, so even if your dad is passed, he would be there. But like your dad is there, and this is happening like crazy soon. All right, let's see what the card says. Matches up what my impression was thinking and feeling for Miss Urban. I got the 9 of Earth, which in this deck is called Zenith. Other decks, it's like success, fortune, your ship is coming in. The 9 of Earth to me is like the ship is coming in, right? It's the zenith. So like, you know, all the efforts you've done, all the prayers you've made, all the ones that didn't work, all the stuff you've done. They also say that you're a really good family member. Like you're good to the mom, or you're good to like people and family, and that's bringing you this beautiful love. So if you're not in love, know that it's coming, and I want you to use the affirmation or the thought like, I really want to see my fortune show up. I want to see my good deeds show up in love. Like when you want to attract this love through your good deeds, because this looks like fortune coming your way. If you're already with that person, they made me think you could be married next, like literally a year from today, which could happen even if you don't know the person. Okay. But like, that's what I'm hearing. So either you're with someone and we can be married next year, or next year, this time you're engaged, or you're with the person you're going to marry. But it sounds like your ship is finally coming in. And also, I don't know if you recently moved, like location, either city or apartment, or you're thinking of it. If you're thinking of it, do it. And if you just did, then I'm just picking up on it.
Thank you, Alexis, for your question today, and hope that card pull resonated with you. And now our next card pull is coming for Ariel, who's requesting a general card from you, please, Psychic Rika, as we wind down today's free live preview of California Psychics.
All right. God, when I think about her name, and you look so like literature based, like so deep. She feels so deep in her books, her thoughts. She also has medical energy on her, as though she could make that an occupation, or it's somewhere around her again. Very, very kind person here. Okay, I got Mother Wind. So wind is also known as arrows, staves, mother of arrows, right? So this is really, or wind is actually swords in this one, excuse me, mother of swords. So that's a woman that is finally like, you know what? The masks are off. This is who I am. I'm not afraid to tell you who I am. This is what I think, and I'm not afraid. So I think for you, where you're at, plus those energies I felt about you, like being some master, like of thought, and even like a master maybe in medicine, or you have a heart of that, you know, even if you use it elsewise. I think this is your time to really tell the truth to yourself, to really be so clear to the people. It doesn't mean you have to be rude or anything, or put up all these boundaries. It's just, you have to tell the truth. And if something doesn't rub you the right way, then go to the next thing. That's how I think that you're building your life. I think you're building security, total security right now, by allowing your mind to tell the truth, and no longer like maybe, you know, our minds can compare ourselves to others. So like sometimes our minds are used for comparison, and then we're not telling the truth, or we think we have to look a certain way in order to get, or da, 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 da. And this is saying the opposite of that. If you're really who you are and you tell the truth, you're going to rise to the top. I think you should own your own business.
All right. Thank you, Ariel, for your question today. We hope that card pull resonated from you, or from Psychic Rika here. Now, I wanted to get into our next question, but we have about 10 minutes left in our free live preview of California Psychics today. Rika, can you let everybody know when is the next time you're going to be online and available for one-on-one psychic readings after the live stream today?
Can you believe it? It's in 10 minutes till for 2 hours. And then tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. to 9 and 12 to 2. Wednesday, 12 to 6, and Thursday, 6 to 9 and 12 to 3, all Pacific Standard Time.
Beautiful. And you can click the link in the description to book your next one-on-one reading experience with Psychic Rika here with a guaranteed answer to your questions on CaliforniaPsychics.com. A reminder for everybody watching as well not to add any users who request to give you a psychic reading after the live stream today. The only way you can reach our California Psychics here is on our website or during these live streams here. Jess is requesting a card pull from you, just kind of a dealer's choice card pull if you've already pulled one for her, Rika.
As I'm shuffling here, I'm being called to tell Susan that Lewis is singing a song to her. I'd like to sing the song, but I'm not going to be able to. But it's like your favorite song is what I hear. Okay, Jess, I'm going to use this card deck that I normally do and see what it says for you. Something wants to fall out, but I'm going to do one more. Okay, so the card that fell out was the Nine of Wands. So, breakthrough, here. Also, I think it's an energy of like your old fears aren't playing anymore. Like you can break through these old fears, which would be the Fire. That's what dropped out. But then I got the one that I pulled for you was the Hangman and then the 10 of Discs. I don't know why Jess got so many. The cards made me do it. The Hangman says like it's really time to hang up the hang-ups and turn the world upside down, and let's look at it from the opposite point of view. I was getting this card for a long time, and I literally learned how to do handstands because I'm like, fine, I'll just go upside down. So you need to change your thinking a little bit, like reverse it. And to me, what that brings is great prosperity, wealth. And also this doesn't have to just be about money. It's the 10 of stones. So security is family, is anything, on earth that makes us feel secure. But I just think you have to just change it a little bit. So like, yeah, I think you have to give someone the benefit of the doubt is what I'm hearing. So that's the reading. Like you're on the verge of a breakthrough, but in order to do that, you need to hang up the hangups, like turn it upside down and it will pay off. One thing I love to say, if I change, I get the benefit. Like I can change. I love changing personally. I'm going to change because I know if I change, I'm actually going to get the reward. Not if the other person changing, I may or may not get the reward, but if I change, I will.
Wonderful advice, Rika. And Jess, we hope that answer from Psychic Rika also resonated as well. And we want to thank everybody for attending today's free live preview of California Psychics today. Remember, if you wanted to connect with Psychic Rika for that one-on-one reading experience, make sure you can go to CaliforniaPsychics.com and you can get a guaranteed answer to your question. And also a reminder that we are going to be selecting a few questions to answer after the live stream today, to answer over video reels. So pay attention to our Facebook and Instagram and our YouTube, and we'll be posting a few questions from Psychic Rika here that did not get answered during the live stream. Excuse me. Kayla is wondering how your trip in New York City is going to be this week, Rika.
A lot just dropped out. First, the Father of Water. Whoops, flying over there. I guess we're going to have fun by the water. But what came through was like One of Wind, which is like connection, meeting, like central mind, One of Swords. And it was the Emperor and Sister Earth. I don't know. It may be a little romantic. You might meet someone and make a little connection over here. I think you're going to have a blast. I can't wait to find out who you meet, honestly. Very exciting. She can have a blast.
Wonderful. And Kayla already saying thank you. Now, Rika, we know you have to tune in, pop online on California Psychics. So can you give a quick shout out of the very next time, I guess, you are going to be online on California Psychics, and very quickly your schedule and just a quick goodbye note before we end today's live stream today.
I think I'm still in the party that she's going to have in New York. I'm like, I'm getting on in 5 minutes and I'll stand for 2 hours. And then I'm going to get on tomorrow morning from 3 to 6, 6 6 to 9 and 12 to 2. And then also I will get on Wednesday from 12 to 6 and Thursday from 6 to 9 and 12 to 3. And then I'll be out of town to the following Monday, which is the 21st. And then that schedule will also be posted the same. And it's always posted, so it's always accessible.
Right. We want to thank everybody for attending today's free live preview of California Psychics.
Yeah, thank you so
today.
much.
And also, just a reminder for those who did not get their questions answered, keep on the lookout on our Facebook and Instagram. And Psychic Rika will be answering a few questions over video later this week. So keep an eye out to see if your question was one to be selected as well. And now, thank you, Rika. I know you're kind of looking at something, so go ahead.
I was just looking,
Yeah.
you know, the first time ever, like it was never that I could see. Thank you. It was never that I could see. She had asked for a spirit card. She got the 10 of Wands or 10 of Love, Fountain of Love is what you just got here, Susan. I was noticing that for the first time ever, I can see people's names and comments. Like that's a new addition. Like I could never ever see anything before. And now, like,
new addition,
I think I'm just like, you know, like, wow, look at all these people.
Yes, absolutely. So these are all the people coming in with their questions each week. And now we are winding down today's free live preview of California Psychics today. Rika does have to hop on.
I do have to get off right
answer
now.
calls on California Psychics.
I have to go.
Yes, she does have to get on just a little bit earlier. Typically, we do go to the end of the hour. And for those who are wanting to tune in to our next free live preview of California Psychics, we will be on next week at the exact same time. But until then, make sure you go to California Psychics and direct questions to Psychic Rika here. She'll be hopping on right
Thanks
now.
for letting me get off a couple minutes early. I appreciate it. I really appreciate every single one of you. I love this job. It'll be 15 years in October, and I just feels like, you know, we just started. So I love you a lot. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to talking to you guys. Have a great day. Bye.
Thank you, Rika. See you soon. All right. Yes, everybody, we want to thank you for attending today's free live preview of California Psychics. We will be on next week at the exact same time with our next week's featured psychic. But until then, make sure you go to California Psychics to direct your questions over there. And also, reminder not to add any users who add you after the live stream today. These users are not associated with California Psychics. So a guaranteed and verified psychic reading, make sure you go to California Psychics and click the link in the description below to access that. Thank you, everybody. And until next Monday, bye.